Greetings, fellow loners, and welcome to the Loner's Guide to Ark Survival Evolved. Today I want to talk about transponders and the proper use of them, as opposed to wasting a bunch of time and materials on a system that doesn't work right and is broken. To wit, in my right hand is a transponder tracker, in my left a transponder node. The node is what you place on whatever dinosaur you want to track. Could be one of your dinos, could be a wild dino that you would like to tame later. We're on a first person mode now, and I want to show you how not to use them. This is how not to use them, where you have a bunch of dinos on the same frequency, like I have. Part of what goes wrong is you can't read them because they're all clumped together. Like most of my dinos are up there at Hidden Lake Base, and you can hardly make out most of their names. They're all piled on one another. The other problem is that the system seems to get confused about where on your heads-up display to put them. So it kind of clumps them together. Like Elvira. It keeps putting it here by Leatherwing, but Elvira is up there at Hidden Lake Base, I guarantee it. So by default, the transponder frequency is set to 70. You hit X, which is the default key on a PC at least. Go to Options. It's Toggle Weapon Attachment. And by default that's X. Whatever it is on your Xbox or PlayStation or whatever it is, if that's what you're using, I don't know. But basically, the transponder tracker is like a weapon and the transponder node is like an ammo. And so if you toggle, anyway, I guess that's why they set it up that way. So the way you change the frequency, again, you hit X, or toggle weapon attachment, and then you type in whatever frequency you want. I'll put 903 right now. It's set. Now that, if I were to place this node on the Leatherwing right now, and I couldn't because he's already got a transponder on him. But if I were to place on something, this transponder would have that frequency. This node would. Alright, so I'm going to just use 903 because I want to track that frequency because it happens to belong to one of my dimorphodons. Yep. Sometimes this thing doesn't work, which is all the more reason for it to work properly when you do push the button. Especially when you're kind of frantically looking for a dino before it gets eaten or something. Maybe I entered the wrong frequency. There it is. Okay, this time it worked. So there's Fiersa. She's 1,752 meters away in that direction. Okay, so what I do is I have a spreadsheet that I keep track of whatever dinos are in the system and their frequencies. Okay, this is pretty self-explanatory, I think. This is just my simple spreadsheet I use to keep track of my transponder node frequencies. And as I update my dinos to the new system, I update the spreadsheet. And unfortunately most of them aren't in here yet, but one of these days they will be, by golly. Okay, so my Argentavis brazina here does not have an updated transponder. So the first thing I have to do is destroy her old transponder. And I'm going to make sure this one has the right frequency. It does not. Needs to be 702. I'll pop it on her somewhere or it doesn't. It's hidden by the feathers. By the way, I think the new feathers look pretty darn good. Sure a big improvement over the plasticky look the Argents had before. Okay, so that's it. I hope you have enjoyed this video and found it informative and useful. If so, please leave me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. And if you subscribe, I'd love to have you aboard because us loners got to stick together. Have a good one.